Hey everyone, Beats of Galaxy here. I'm back with another video, and oh my goodness, guys, today, today I woke up and I was greeted with a state of shock. Like I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So, in case you guys haven't heard, Nintendo renewed the trademarks for both Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and Metroid Prime Hunters. Now, if you're living under a rock, you don't know what those two games are. Well, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is the third in the Prime games, which is a good game. I would say not the best, in the series. I honestly make it be like a good third place, which is not saying much considering how 1, 2, 3, and that one we got Prime 4 coming out. But and then we have Prime Hunters, which is the introduction of Silux. That's our big antagonist for Prime 4. So what I'm assuming is that they're gonna bring in these games to really get you up to speed on the whole Silux thing, because he's only really relevant in Hunters. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't played Prime 3 Corruption, he shows up at the end credits if you 100%ed got all the items in Prime 3. There's like a sneak peek of his ship following Samus's ship. That's kind of where the Prime series ended for a time being until we got Prime 4 as an announcement. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. And one thing that you might question, well, why didn't they do Prime 2? Because Prime 2 Silux isn't really like I said, Prime 2 is before Hunters, release date wise. So Silux is not a thing. So, and if anything, they have the Switch 2. They have the GameCube emulator for the Switch 2. So I could see Prime 2 being tossed there, honestly, and I could see these three getting the remaster treatment if they're getting renewed, their trademarks. Then again, you have to take these with a grain of salt because really you don't know what's going to happen. But honestly, I kind of want to take a gamble and bet that they are coming to Switch 2, because really, I feel like, for anyone that wants to get into Metroid Prime, this being their only game on the Switch 2, with the exception of Prime Remastered, I guess they want to get you caught up on the lore exactly, unless they have a lore the history of Prime or whatever, on the main menu of Prime 4. I feel like there's a good chance that these two games can come to Switch, the Switch 2 at least. I mean, maybe the Switch. I don't know, but I think high bet lead the Switch 2. But as to what I think about Prime 2 not being remastered, I mean, Prime 2, it's a good game. I have my issues with it, but overall, I'm not really that I'm not gonna lose sleep over the fact that it's not gonna it does kind of okay. I'm giving it the full discredit, but I am kind of upset, but at the same time, I can live with it because at least we're getting something, and Prime 4 is coming out, so I bet they want to I bet they have all hands on deck on that game, but but it's so good to see that we might get these games on Switch too, because really for ever since Prime Remastered, everyone's been wondering are they gonna do the next two games, or are they gonna just stop at Prime 1? And for me back then, when the Prime trilogy as a whole, because if you guys were there during the early Switch days, it was Prime HD trilogy was leaked for Switch, and then eventually it shifted to just Prime 1, and then all three separately, and then just Prime 1 Remaster was rumored for a very long time until it was finally revealed and shadow dropped on the same day back in 2023. It left people wondering, okay, are you going to do Prime 2? Are you going to do Prime 3? Are you going to do Prime Hunters? Are you going to do Prime Pinball? But, so I guess this could be the very next thing that they do. Maybe, I want to say, maybe show it off in a direct, maybe that it's coming soon, and then Prime. Okay, here's my suggestion. It'll come out before Prime 4, and I'm willing to bet Prime 4 will be a fall title. Maybe, these games will come out during the summer, and Prime 4 will be fall. I think that's my assumption, and given the fact that aside from the direct, the possible direct that'll probably be in June, Nintendo's coming back for Gamescom, and that could literally be for anything, literally anything. Maybe I don't know. It's so up in the air. I don't know what to expect. I'm taking this with a grain of salt. But yeah, overall, it was very surprising to see this at 6 o'clock in the morning as I wake up. So yeah, I'm feeling a little optimistic on what this will lead into, but hopefully we do get these games because honestly, I think people really need to experience more of the Prime games other than Prime One. Even though Prime One is the peak, in my opinion, at the very least. At the very least, I still think people should try out these other two games, including Hunters, because there's really something for everyone out there. This is Beaster Galaxy signing off. Have a good one, everyone.